guy whizzers you. Now, this is going to be like a couple different situations here. So just kind of keep in mind it's all the same. I'm going to show you what I mean in a second. So everything's the same. We're in our posture, right? He's having a hard time getting the crossface, but I'm trying to get my head in and he follows me, and that gives me the chance to bump and get that leg and get to my coyote guard position or quarter guard position. Now, if you, again, this kind of depends on the situation, but I always try to go to my knees first. If at any point in time he whizzers, whether it's now, whether it's when I'm up or halfway up, the answer is always the same, which is to sleep. Try to keep that in mind, because people get that confused. They're like, they think what I mean is, when I say whizzer, they think I mean now. This is fine, but it could also mean right now, which is he's probably going to open up that leg over there, like post up on it. Yeah. And he's going to try to like kind of drive my face to the floor. Yeah. This is also time to sweep. It also might happen, let's go back, put your knee back down. It also might happen while I'm halfway up. He might whizzer. If at any point in time he overhooks your arm and tries to drive your face to the floor, which is a whizzer, the answer is the corkscrew sweep. Every single time, right? That's always the answer. So how does that work, right? I'm going to show you guys the way that happens most of the time. To be honest with you, most people start whizzering right now. They overhook this arm, they post this leg up, yeah, and they want to drive your face in the mat. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to dive under here, and my bottom hip, my right hip, since it's the one that's on the mat, is going to work like a scoop. So it's going to kind of scoop underneath him, right? It's going to scoop underneath. And as I do, I'm going to cup this leg and punch it to the ceiling. Now, it's really important that I don't drag him across my body. Right toes go in the floor. It's really important that I don't do this, right? Because tech's heavy if I do that. It's really important that I take him 45. So the way you're going to sweep, think about like you're taking him in between your ear and your shoulder. That's where he goes. So I'm going to use my hip without you for a second. My hip is going to do this. It's going to make a scoop. So it's going underneath him and then up towards the ceiling. Toes on the floor, underneath him and up top, like a scoop, okay? So we ended up in our quarter guard position, right? He whizzered. He's going to open that leg, yeah. Right, because if he stays on his knees, I'm up. That's not really a whizzer. It's hard to whizzer from right, yeah, put the knee back down. Very hard for him to whizzer without posting that leg up. He just can't put that much pressure on. But if he opens that leg, now you can put pressure. So I'm getting underneath. I'm going to grab like a C. Toes on the floor. I'm pulling him. I'm taking him at 45 degrees, and my hip is going to scoop underneath him. Big difference than just taking him right over my chest. Once we land here, the footwork can be different depending upon what you like, right? I like to just kind of disengage everything and side mount it. Okay. If you want to go straight to mount, you can. Some guys like that, right? Let's go back. Some people like rubbing themselves in peanut butter. So different strokes for different folks. You know how it is. Right? So we're here, right? I get to my position. Okay? He picks that knee up. So now he's whizzering. So I'm going to go underneath him. I'm cupping this leg. I'm going to pull him with this. I'm taking him at 45, not across my shoulder, not across my stomach. And I'm going to use my hip like a scoop on the bottom. So my toes go on the floor. Should be very, very easy to sweep him over. Should be very, very easy. If it's not, there's one of two things that have happened. Either A, you've messed the sweep up because you've not scooped. What's the other reason he might be heavy?
Taking him across your body.
That's true too. So now we'll say there's two. We're going to say there's three. That was number two. What's number three? What's the main problem? If you're doing the sweep correctly and he becomes heavy, what's the problem most of the time? Anybody know? He stopped whizzing. He sat his base down. He went from here and went, uh-oh, and dropped it. In which case, what would you do? Up to your knees, dogfight, knee pick. So that's why you have to combo these together. It's not a great idea to get really used to being only good at one of these. You have to combo them together, because if he's here, man, it's sweep city. But the second he sets that down and gets heavy, that sweep's not going to work. And if you're not pretty good and adept at coming up to your knees and hitting that knee pick and forcing the guy over, you're going to be stuck. So that's what you have to think of, okay? So if he gets heavy, just keep in mind, if he gets heavy, right, I get to hear he makes that whizzer, he posts that leg up, he's whizzering. If I start to sweep and he gets heavy, well, man, cool. Right, we're back to the first move. Now remember, I said this whizzer can happen at any time. If he whizzers me from here, guess what? I dive under and do my corkscrew. So that some people teach that as different moves. I don't. That's all one move. No matter where you are, whether you're still down on your side, whether you're halfway up, or whether you're all the way up in dogfight, if they bite really hard down on that whizzer, that corkscrew is the answer. If at any point in time during the corkscrew you feel them get heavy, coming back up to your knees is the answer. Okay? You got to get good at both of those. Sometimes you may have to you'll get the guy halfway up in the air, and you just can't quite get him to go over because he gets really heavy. That's a little bit of a different situation. That's not quite because he stopped whizzering. That's just because you got him up in the air and he started fighting and you couldn't get him to go over. There's an answer for that. We'll do that in just a second. But just keep in mind that's it. We'll do it really quick since we're already here. So, because it's stupid simple. If I get him halfway over, right? If I get him here and I just can't get him to go, I just stick him back in guard. I just throw my legs around him and stick him in guard. Right? Does that make sense? So what I want you guys to do is everything's the same. We're going to start from the beginning. You're going to get that posture, right? We're going to call it the unicorn posture. So we're going to call it the unicorn. So it goes here, right? We're going to start walking north-south like we're trying to go to our knees. They're going to follow us, which is going to give us that little bump to get to our quarter guard position. As we start to surface, to come up to our knees, they're going to whizzer. That's going to give you that corkscrew. Okay. Remember, if you try the corkscrew sweep and they get heavy all of a sudden, don't get tunnel vision on that sweep. I've seen people get to that sweep and be like, I'm going to sweep you over. I don't care if my butthole turns inside out trying to get you over, right? Don't do that. You're going to be dead, right? You'll see somebody do it, right? Your insides don't need to come out of you like a sock because you're trying to get a sweep, all right? If I'm here and he bases down and I'm sitting here like an idiot trying to get him to go over, you're just going to get stuck, right? There no pressure. Okay, make sense? Right? Got to combo these moves together. Dogfight, corkscrew sweep. You get good at these. This is a very, very, very potent combination. And it's a great way to escape side control, which is what we want. Right? That's the important part. Cool.